You know that feeling when you snag a budget home gym set on a flash sale, only to discover a week later that the resistance bands have snapped, the instruction app keeps crashing, and you're left staring at a pile of cheap metal that feels more like a paperweight than a workout partner? That regret is what I hear over and over in the comments sections of fitness forums, and it's why any of us who want a real, usable home gym pause before hitting add to cart. If you've been cautious about dumping a few $100s on a system that promises a lot but delivers little, the AEKE One smart home gym system might feel like a safer bet. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's talk about why the K1 feels different from the two Gutabetric kits you see on marketplace listings. First, the whole premise is that it isn't just a collection of dumbbells and a resistance band. It's a connected piece of equipment that leans on AI to guide you through each rep. The AI coach isn't a buzzword for a static video library. It actually taps into sensors built into the frame, measuring your range of motion and offering corrective cues in real time. In my test runs, the system would warn me when my elbow drifted outward on a chest press, a kind of subtle nudge that you rarely get from a static mirror-only setup. For people who are new to strength training or who have a bit of a "I'm not sure if I'm doing this right" anxiety, that feedback can be the difference between a productive session and a frustrating one. Now, you might wonder how that translates to everyday life. I set up the K1 in my spare bedroom, which is about 10 square feet of free space. The unit itself is surprisingly compact, about the size of a yoga mat when folded flat. The whole thing weighs under 30 pounds. So moving it to a different room or even taking it on a weekend getaway is actually doable. That portability is a big plus for renters who can't dedicate a permanent gym corner, or for families that need to share space with kids and pets. The included yoga mat feels like a thoughtful addition, giving you a stable base for the floor-based movements the system encourages, like squats, lunges, and core work. When it comes to resistance, the K1 offers a range that's meant to cover beginners through intermediate lifters. The bands are interchangeable, and the tension can be dialed up or down from a light warm-up to a challenging set. In practice, I found the progression smooth. There was no step jump that felt like an unfair leap. The AI system recognized the new resistance level and automatically recalibrated the suggested rep count and rest intervals. That dynamic adaptation is something you normally only get with a high-end smart gym that costs double or triple the price. But no system is without its trade-offs. The biggest hidden wrinkle is the reliance on a stable Wi-Fi connection. The AI coaching engine lives in the cloud, so if your internet goes down, the real-time feedback pauses, and you're left with the basic resistance band workout. For most people who have a reliable home router, that's not a big deal. But for anyone who lives in a spot with spotty broadband, the experience can feel interrupted. Also, because the unit is lightweight, it does have a bit of a wobble if you try very high-intensity explosive movements, think plyometric jumps or heavy kettlebell swings. The design is optimized for controlled, steady-state exercises, not for high-impact cardio bursts. If your training plan revolves around that kind of high-octane work, you might find the platform a little too timid. Who should buy the K1? First, anyone who is just starting their strength journey and wants a guided, low-risk way to learn proper form. The AI coaching can reduce the learning curve dramatically, especially for those who don't have a personal trainer on call. Second, people who are looking for a compact, all-in-one solution that can be tucked away after use, think apartment dwellers, college students, or frequent movers. The system's portability and the inclusion of a yoga mat mean you can set up a full-body routine in a small space without needing a separate bench or rack. Finally, if you appreciate variety, the K1 offers a decent library of workout programs, ranging from full-body circuits to mobility-focused sessions, which keeps the routine from feeling stale. On the flip side, skip this if you already have a dedicated home gym space and are seeking a hardcore lifting platform. The resistance bands, while versatile, won't replace a set of heavy dumbbells or a barbell if you're chasing max strength numbers. Also, if you're a fan of high-intensity interval training that includes jumping or rapid directional changes, you'll likely want a sturdier platform with a non-slip surface designed for that purpose. Lastly, users who are very particular about offline functionality should look elsewhere. The AI coach shines when it can stay connected. Talking about practical strengths, the most compelling win for the K1 is its integration of real-time coaching. In